Hi guys, this is Mindy. I'm here today to give you a free action set that I use in my photography when I do sessions. It helps me just kind of enhance the photo and just go and quick fix a lot of things. Nothing too dramatic. These are just like my basic actions that I use. So I'll just go ahead and get started. Usually when I open a photo, in Photoshop, I want to make sure that the eyes are taken care of, and I'll take the clone tool and untick the aligned sample up here at the top, and then you want to sample the skin. It's Alt, I believe it's Control on a PC, but Option or Alt click, and then you use the sampled color and kind of just fix up the eyes. I've already gone in and done that though, so you can take little bags and circles. That's always my very first thing I do in Photoshop, always, is take care of the eyes first. And then you want to go up here to Contrast and Light, hit play, and it's a little bit dramatic at first. It just depends on your photo. You want to go in and adjust the opacities to your liking. For this picture, it makes her eyes pop with a little bit more contrast than I normally like to use. So I'm going to kind of leave it at that. Then I am a flattened picture person. I know this would drive lots of Photoshoppers crazy, but once I adjust it, it looks great to me. I usually don't have to go back and adjust it again. So I flatten my picture. You don't have to do this, but I do. I think for the eye define it might need it. Nope. So you can go ahead and press eye define. You want to make sure your brush is selected on white and your opacity is 100%, and adjust your brush to go over the eyes, and you can see how it just kind of like defogs them, makes them pop. And you can continue to press play. Then it wants you to paint over for the sparkle. On there, you see how her eyes pop a little bit more. It brings out the and the contrast in the eye. I'm gonna flatten this now. Flatten my picture, and it just warns you in these actions that you want to make sure you like it the way it is, because you won't be able to adjust any of this if you don't. So go ahead and do that. You can add color to the picture. I kind of like to do that last. Just it depends on the way I'm editing, but so I'm going to delete that, and then you can just go to your skin softener, and it tells you get a brush over here, white on 100%. I'm going to adjust it, kind of like you're putting on makeup. Just make sure that it's nice and smooth. And you just kind of want to get those little baby imperfections out. You don't want to overdo it. You can kind of see there's some just little blotchiness in the skin, and it just kind of helps clear it up a little bit and make her skin look really perfect, even though it pretty much already is, being a child, and her skin's beautiful. So once you have that, I'll turn it off so you can kind of see the difference. You see how just kind of smooths it out. I flatten. I usually don't use the define unless I'm doing like a vintage overlay over it or something to give it more of a vintage look. This kind of just defines it more, gives it a little bit of contrast and a sharpening. I'm going to flatten the picture, and I'm going to sharpen it for print. Oh, what's in there? Sharpen for print. Press play, and you can see how it crisps it. Sometimes it's too much on some pictures, so you can adjust the opacity here and have it go down and up. I don't know if you can really see that on my computer screen or not, but you can adjust it however sharp you want. Go ahead and flatten it again. I technically don't use this all the time. I would just rather use the burn tool. I just kind of made it easier for people who don't know how to use the burn tool. Let's see, you're going to want to make sure you select the burn tool. And I have it on 30% up at the top of exposure, 32%, and I burn the midtones. So it kind of just darkens those edges You don't want to darken too much, just kind of around the corners so it puts that focus right on to her face and makes it pop. Something else I love to do is I'll go over and select the saturation tool, and I will just go in after and saturate. Oh, it's on desaturate. Oh. Let's see, we want to saturate. Oh, this recording thing is in my way. There we go. Saturate 42%, and you can see how that color starts to pop there. I just kind of go in and put on some of the color. I'll go in on the eyes sometimes too. You don't want to make them look too like crazy alien looking, but I'll just pop that. You can kind of see that. And flatten the picture. I have all these other overlays that you can put on your pictures. Here's lemon juice. I mean, it just gives it that tint. You can adjust it to however you like it. Delete it. Show you a sweet pea. Kind of gives a fun, smoky, contrasty look. I really like that look a lot. I'll do that a lot in my pictures. One thing that I do too is I will dodge the face in the midtones. It brings out kind of the imperfections sometimes if you just go in, and you can see how it makes her face pop a little bit more. I probably had it on too high. I don't know if you can see that, but it just kind of brings out the highlights in her face to make her face really pop. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on kind of how I use these actions. These are my everyday actions. I can hurry and go back and see if I can show you the original, what it looked like. So you can get a look and see it. Here's the original, and there's the edited. You can just see how it just pops her face right out there. Zoom out just a little bit so you can see. Oops. Sorry, this is my first time making a video, so don't laugh at all my imperfections. Before, after, before, after. I hope you enjoy these actions. And down at the bottom, I'll just show you this real quick. Down at the bottom, it says perfection quickly. It edits it for you. You can hit stop so that you can go in and edit these to what you want, and then continue to press play when you're done, and it will keep doing it. So you stop and then you keep just editing and then press play. It makes it a little bit quicker for you so that you don't have all the like warnings and everything that I put in them when you're just first learning how to do it. So, I mean, this is just a super fast job. Just keep going fast and show you kind of how it works. That way, if you're in a hurry, I mean, you can do this really super fast. And it kind of does it all for you. You can tell I didn't edit her eyes in this, though, before. This is that other picture I showed you before. So you can kind of see her dark circles on her eyes. Okay, here's the define. Can you see how it just kind of defines her a little bit more? Takes that fog off of the lens. Just adjust it a little bit, press play. And this I really don't use, but I'll show it to you. Anyways, it darkens the picture, so you can go back in with a black brush, large, soft black brush on 100. Well, I'll do it on like 50. 51 today. And you can see how you can kind of do it this way too. So, right there. It's good. And that is the perfection action modified to be quick for you. And I'll show you the difference here. This is the one that I handed. This is the one that I just did really super fast. And I didn't edit her eyes, so you can see how she still has that under her eyes. But if you're in a quick hurry, I mean, obviously it still does a nice job, but obviously hand doing it, taking a little bit more time, you get a prettier picture in the end. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the perfection action. And feel free to stop in my store at any time and check out anything new that I have. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping in.